Sir Chris's humility, I think that will be for me his most endearing trait.
Sir Chris is just one of those people that has many nuggets all locked up in him.
He's a strategist. Each time I want to think of something more maybe difficult, if I sit down with Sir Chris, he will always clear the path for you.
Chris is somebody who is very sharp, very committed, and very loyal. When he believes in a cause, he will give all he can to make sure that he delivers.
The reason why he's always encouraging is because he sees the future in you. He sees your potential. He sees beyond you.
So I'd like to thank Sir Chris, not only as life developed what he did as Dean of Bigger School, but personally for being my teacher, my advisor, my strong support, my deputy dean, and above all, a brother.
There is a Yoruba word that sums up the personality of Chris in terms of how we all perceived him. Ayo.
When we got the mail that he has been appointed as the Dean of Lagos Business School, we were very happy, jumping up, say our Oga has entered. The Bible says, a liberal soul will I make fat. Say, whosoever that watereth himself shall be watered. Sir, as you water us, God will water you by himself.
Retirement isn't the end,
Thank you, Sabi.
but rather a fresh start filled with endless possibilities. I would like to thank all of you wonderful people for making me who I am, but most importantly, for making a better person.
On behalf of the Dean of Lagos Business School, Professor David West, it's indeed a great pleasure and honor to have you all here this evening.
Sometimes I actually feel that he sees the abilities in people even before the people themselves see it. And he's been able to impact a lot of people within and outside the business school. Indeed, I dare say that throughout the course of his career, he has been very people-focused and he has gotten people to fly beyond what they could ever have dreamed about.
My team in Central Marketing would miss him. Once he believes in something, he gives it its all and gives it his support and ensures that project works.
So he used to take strategy session for us at the Enterprise Development Center. And in class, the way he made the entrepreneurs understand that strategy is key. No matter how much money you had, if you didn't have strategy, you didn't have anything.
Sir Chris covered quite a bit of ground in terms of his research and also his teaching. But personally, what I would remember him for, and I think a lot of people, is really his servant leadership. He was a truly authentic leader.
I'm very upset because he went into business ethics and the paper he wrote has been cited more than my own papers.
Tonight is a night of success, a night of celebration. But I'll just speak 1, 2, 3 key attributes of Sir Ogbechie. When you say exemplary leadership, that's Sir Chris. All the great attributes you talk about leaders, I've not heard him talk about leadership, but you can read him in your daily encounter about leaders. He has become my mentor, my cheerleader. There is nothing I want to prospect Unless I don't tell him. Sir Chris has been taking me everywhere. He brought me to LBS. Even at that, anything I want to do that I'm interested, I just whistle to it, just look. This is Sir Chris.
I must say that the one thing that I find unique about him is, in spite of all these great things you've heard about him, being like the doyen of marketing in FMCGs and all of that, is his humility. I said to them, you know what? You remember Sir Chris, and you say, oh boy, how now? That's it. And it's with everybody, no airs, nothing.
I can share with you, 1993, I got a job as brand manager at a company, Rekit Benkiza. So I had Takwit as my reference. So he drove to that company to sign my reference paper. Yeah. And I think I was probably 26 years or 27. He drove to the company.
Very, very excited on the way he led Lagos Business School. I think one of the biggest challenges executive face is the inability to listen. Since he's one that listens very, very well. And then based on that particular one, he's been able to lead the school effectively.
I think I first met Chris before many people around here now were even born. And that was as far back as 1977. I was a young returnee to Nigeria, and we both happened to be in the same organization. I was working part-time, he was working full-time. And right from that period, the first thing that struck me was that he was extremely dedicated. I don't want to embarrass him or embarrass anybody, but the place where I met him, that institution, that did not have sufficient order and organization, I knew he would not stay very long there. And I was right, because shortly after he moved on, I think he left to go and join Nestle. So he was somebody that came across like he needed to be in a system that was properly structured, well organized, good reporting lines, and he wanted to be able to drive a team. Those qualities are very difficult to find in some young entrepreneurial organizations. But overall, I think he showed even there that he was one to watch for the future, because he knew his onions, he was very dedicated, and was always doing his homework and working hard. And so I was not surprised when later on it became clear that he was achieving in the great heights in the various things he had chosen to do.
So I just want to talk about the goodness of God in our lives. God has been faithful to us. He's been so good. We've had a wonderful marriage because my husband is a wonderful person. So I thank God for his unending love and his amazing grace. Thank you very much.
And looking at all the things that Professor Ogbechie has done, for which we're tremendously grateful. Remembering the words of Reverend Father Keller, a Catholic priest, that said, a candle loses nothing by lighting another. Professor Ogbechie, may you light many more candles. So shall we raise our glasses to a good man, to Professor Chris Ogbechie. Cheers.
For me, the accomplishments I'm most proud of is the Cultural Revival Committee, because no organization can make it without good culture. And as you grow as an organization, there's a tendency to lose your culture because of the increase in number, and I felt that we needed to keep that culture alive. So Reclaimix